Hey, welcome back to this week's report. Doing a little bass fishing this morning. Been kind of mixing it up this week. Bass fishing, walleye trips, all have been phenomenal. Not a bad fish. I'm throwing a little jerkbait this morning. Got these guys on top water. We're also pitching plastics. Just kind of mixing it up, you know, on some of these days when the bugs are hatching, we've got a lot of mayflies getting ready to hatch. They haven't hit the surface yet, but when I'm out walleye fishing, I see them all over. So as soon as those bugs start hatching, that topwater bite's gonna be insane. But just kind of mixing it up, bass fishing. Like I said, I'll do a little topwater fishing and we'll swing around to the outside of the reef, pitch plastics. It's kind of been what I've been doing this week. And then of course for walleye fishing, it's game on regardless of what you're doing. I've been bobber fishing, I've been pulling spinners, I've caught them rigging. They just seem to be biting everywhere. Good jump.
Yeah, Alex got one.
Double. Right on.
Come on, Mom. Get one.
Whipped out a little deeper water and fish on.
Way to go, Steve.
Nice. You know, over the last few weeks, especially since the spawn, we're getting a topwater bite, especially on these flat, calm mornings. If you get some cloud cover or, you know, it's just calm or you got bugs on the surface, which believe me, there's a lot of mayflies getting ready to hatch. I see them on my graph. It's gonna happen here in the next week. When you get that scenario where it's dead flat calm and lots of bugs, that's when the topwater bite's just gonna be on fire. And intermittently, it's been on and off. You know, we've had great mornings where it's just unbelievable. I've had some really awesome afternoons and other mornings where, let's say it's colder in the morning and you get high sun, they're just not quite on the chew on the top of the surface. But if you're coming up to the lake this week and you start seeing those mayflies, grab the topwater if you're doing some smallie fishing.
Got a fish.
There, now you join.
I'm on the board.
Join the bass club.
Yay.
Big one,
Al, you don't owe me any money though.
Double.
God.
Fish on. Oh, I'm taking pictures. It's getting chaotic in here. Doing a little power bobber fishing now. We shifted gears. Caught a bunch of bass this morning. Now we're just driving around and dropping corks on schools of fish. Look at them all right underneath the boat here. Like I was saying earlier, when we were bass fishing, there's a lot of bugs hatching, so there's a lot of walleye suspended in the water column, kind of in tighter groups. So we're just driving around and literally dropping bobbers on them. It's a really fun way to catch fish. And you know, it works the best when you're like on a mud flat or a gravel bar somewhere where the depth doesn't change a lot and you just kind of work the edges. As soon as you see them, launch the bobbers behind the boat. Nice walleye. Have you hold it? Hey, if you're coming up to Mille this weekend for the 4th of July holiday weekend, it's been a lot of fun fishing. As you can see, you can catch smallmouth bass, walleyes, you can catch them any way you want. Have a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. Looks like a great week in store as far as weather. The fishing's good. So until next week, I'm Tony Roach. We'll see you on the water.